All right, you are good to go back to your seat. Last round of applause. Go ahead and sit down. All right. I'm going to make a quick pause in our awards presentation. Can I get everyone's attention, please? Someone joined us a little late that I wanted to give a shout out to real quick. Mr. Weber, please stand up. As many of you know, Mr. Weber and his family decided to make a decision, and this is his last year in the district. For almost all of you, he has been an extremely influential part. We are going to miss him in the district extremely. If you could all give him one huge round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Weber.
Okay, the last award I think Mr. Losho and I would like to present, and then your teachers will be presenting some awards to you, is our perfect attendance. And this is for the entire year, so that means during virtual learning, they were on every class when class was happening. They have not had tardies. This would even be, for instance, for appointments and things like that. They have been in or virtually on every class all year. I would like to congratulate 2 8th grade students, Mallory Thompson and Tyler Long. Next, I would like to welcome Mr. Gentile and Mr. Swenson for the Geography Bee.
You announce and I'll hand out. All right, good morning, everybody. We are here to present the Geography Bee that is held every year. So before we get started here, I thought since you guys put so much effort into these Geography Bees, Mr. Gentile and I should show you our background in geography. So we've got a couple questions that we'll ask each other to show just how much that we know about geography. So, Mr. Gentile.
Yes, Mr. Swanson.
Do you know which state is the smartest?
No, I don't know.
Well, it's got to be Alabama because it's got 4 A's and a B.
Wow. I did not know that, Mr. Swenson. Mr. Swenson, I have a question for you.
You do?
Yes. It's a geography question. Do you know the capital of Alaska?
I do not know. What is the capital of Alaska?
Come on, Mr. Swenson. Juneau should know this one. Thank you.
We'll be here all weekend. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. So what we do every year with the Geography B is we narrow it down to about 20 students between the 7th grade and 8th grade. And then those 20 students in a normal year would be up on stage. This year we did it more of our virtual, where we narrow it down to our top, to a runner-up and a champion. So first we would like to recognize the 19 finalists for this year. So this year's National Geographic Geography B was canceled. However, Belleville Middle School was able to continue with the Geography B with permission from the National Geographic to use their materials. This was held on Tuesday, December 22nd. So I will read off the 19 finalists. We do have a certificate up here for you. And then we will get to our runner-up and our champion. So our 19 finalists this year were, I don't know if they are in order. Should I just read them off from here? Okay. Chase Varney, come on up and you can grab a certificate. And I'll just hand them to you. How about maybe just jump up on stage and then you can go to the side. Henry Palega. Garrett Pauley. Isaac Petro. Maddie Desmet. Elijah Olson. Trey Myers. Caden Myers. I think they're related.
I don't think they're going to say that.
No. Faith Waffler. Macy Lambley. Brennan Keys. Jacob Justison. Yep. Olivia Fox. Valerie Covarrubias. And Abraham Chavez. Congratulations on our 19 finalists. She's runner-up and he was a champion. He's not here, so I didn't read his name. Okay.
If anybody would like to visit our comedy club, we are entertaining this weekend. You'll have to come up personally, and you'll get the invite as we.
On Facebook. Anybody on Facebook?
Yeah. We're also on MySpace. If you'd like to go on MySpace. The runner-up this year for the Geography B is Cameron Bublitz. Come on up. Good job, Kami. Yes. The grand champion of the 2021 Geography B is Lucas Peterson. Would Mrs. Schultz and Miss Mikey please come up for the Language Arts Awards?
Good morning, Belleville Middle School. Wow, good morning. Thank you. We are here to give the Yahara Rivers Writers Awards. Yahara River Writers kids participate in 4 categories: poetry, editorial cartoons, editorials, and short stories. Every year, it is so hard to choose. And thank goodness I don't have to do it. I just get a whole pile of them and have somebody else pick for me. But this year, we have a few people that were awarded in the top 10 in Yahara. And I do want to tell you that the top 10 Yahara is Dane County. So we're competing against some pretty big schools. I'm so proud of everybody who makes it into the top 10. So Dane, you know your last name. I'm not going to say it. Dane won for a editorial cartoon. Lillian Hanna. Where is she? There she is, Lillian Hanna. For an editorial. Yeah, right there, girl. Adrian Jenkins. He's not here. I can't remember what they won for either. Where's it at? Kylie Humpke, editorial. And Annika Peterson, who won first place in cartoon.
Seventh grade also had some winners. So we have Annabella Gunn, who won first place for 7th grade editorials. Good job, Annabella. And Grace Lewis won first place for her poem. So thank you for everyone who participated in the Yahara River Writers experience. Hopefully 7th grade, you plan to do that again next year. Okay. Next, we also have our spelling bee. So this year, students participated. Oh, sorry. I can get this out. Okay. All right, our spelling bee. I'm just going to wait a little bit. All right. Students participated in 2 virtual spelling bee tests through an online test platform provided by Scripps National Spelling Bee this year. The top scores of the spelling bee grade level test advanced to then the school spelling bee test. Top scores in the school bee became our school champion. Oops, did I miss a line? I was reading sideways. Top scores in the school bee became our school champion and runner-up. So Abe Chavez is our middle school champion, and Cora Funseth is our runner-up. Come on up. Yeah, yep. Good job, guys. Yep, show us a picture. So Abe also went on to compete in a CISA 2, which is our whole school area regional spelling bee, which was another virtual spelling bee. Abe, look at the camera. All right, the Swensons.
All right, moving on to middle school recognition for excellence and most improved award. To define excellence, we say distinction, quality, brilliance, greatness, merit. In short, excellence in and out of the classroom is what we look at. As a middle school team, we look at the whole student for being excellent, and especially in this uncommon year that we had, we had many, many students that did an excellent job. Like we said, not everybody's going to get an award, but the effort and the amount of, I guess, being very flexible this year and learning was outstanding. We also doing an improvement award from those, and in this year it could have been from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. For 8th grade, it could have been from 7th grade to 8th grade. And so we sit down as a team and we talk about those students and those qualities to be fitting for this award. So for 7th grade, we'll go with the most improved award. We have selected 2 students for each award. So for the 7th grade most improved award, I think they're right there. The 2 recipients are Henry Palega and Valerie Covarrubias. Congratulations. Nope, your name's not Valerie. No, there you go. Congratulations. Yeah, how about you guys just stand right over here? And for 7th grade excellence, we also, besides the factors of academics, we also look at just maybe activities in and out of the classroom, the personal qualities as well. So 2 recipients for the 7th grade excellence awards, Cameron Bublitz and Olivia Fox. Congratulations.
Okay, I want to say just a couple quick things. You can thank me for the 8th grade. Only had like 5 dad jokes that you got last year from Mr. Swenson. Sorry about that. So this year he got like 300 extra ones to kind of mix it up. So hopefully you'll get some more next year for other than the 5 that he had originally. I also want to say when this year started, when I had 4 kids, I didn't think that the one year that I had 2 of my own kids in the middle school, that we were going to go through a global pandemic. So this year has been tremendously difficult. It has shown students grit, their determination. You have learned skills that are beyond what I thought possible, even watching my own children. I taught at home with my own 4 children in 4 different rooms, and Mr. Swenson and I doing our thing. So I understand this year has been crazy. I'm thankful that we've gotten through it, and that next year hopefully can be a little bit more normal. Right now, I want to recognize the 8th graders for most improved. Some of this comes from the fact of seeing progress over 2 years, but some of this also comes from the fact that virtual school was hard for some students. And once they got out of that environment and got back into the classroom, some students just took off. So we want to acknowledge that. So I'm going to start with the most improved awards for 8th grade, and those go to Kenzie Ohm and Logan Durkee. And as we've said, there's many students that are deserving of this. We chose two for 8th grade excellence award. And those two students are Kylie Humke and Ava Banash. And now I would like to have Mr. Gentili and Ms. Schultz come back up for Kiwanis.
I don't even know who the hell. No, I'll just start with your.
All right. Every year, a local group, the Kiwanis Club, helps us to recognize students in each discipline: math, science, social studies, English, and the fine arts. The Kiwanis sponsors lots of different things in the school. They have a leadership club. They do these awards. They also give books to kindergarten students. So they do a lot in our district. I'm going to go ahead and give the ELA award, and that is Zella Palmer. If you'd like to come up here. I'm going to talk while you're right here next to me. I'm not going to give you your award yet. So Zella, it was really easy to nominate you for this award. You are hardworking and diligent. You are always prepared, and you create some pretty high quality work. Always exceeding expectations. She's always got her little take on, what can I do with this? You are a remarkable learner. Self-motivated, always challenging yourself to do your best work. Your love of words comes from that reading across all the genres. So it's really spilled over into your writing and your speaking ability as well. Your compassion for understanding the emotional state of another person allows you to see different perspectives. We saw a lot of that this year, didn't we, Riley? And Caden. Not only does this make you an excellent friend to those surrounding you, it makes you approachable in others in need. As said by Malala, I raise up my voice not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. You too use your voice and pen to advocate for what you believe and for the benefit of the greater good. So congratulations.
Riker Swenson. So Riker, when I first had to think of who would get this award, I didn't even think of you. So for those of you that don't know, I had Riker last year in algebra. This year he is taking classes up at the high school, so I did not think of him as an 8th grader. That's why I didn't think of him right away. But once I was reminded of Riker being an 8th grader, it was an easy decision. So I saw early on that Riker was extremely strong in math. On my test, Riker consistently would get either 100s or only one small mistake on it. But that wasn't what impressed me the most with Riker in math. What impressed me more with Riker was his ability to understand a concept and then explain it to somebody else and make it easier for that student to understand than when even I said it. So it was almost like having another teacher in my classroom. Riker has a very, very bright future in mathematics if he decides to pursue that.
I would like to have Lily Hannah. Come on up. All right. It would be an honor to write a letter of acclaim for Lily Hannah for the Kiwanis 2020-2021 area award for the area of science. I have had the distinct pleasure of getting to know Lily over the last 2 years at Belleville Middle School. Lily is a kind, intelligent, and determined young lady. Without question, I know that Lily will put her full effort into anything I ask her to do in class. I expect that she would put this same effort into all of her classes. She would always try her best and do an amazing job. She doesn't shy away from challenges. These are all qualities that make her an ideal choice for this academic recognition. She diligently worked on completing high-quality work, was willing to discuss her ideas with others, and she would challenge others on their thinking. Even though this year has been difficult, which is an understatement, she has worked well with anyone I paired her with in class, whether virtually or in person. I selected Lily because of the consistency of her actions, regardless of the situation, her unwavering desire to be thorough, and her persistence and dedication to complete top quality work. I appreciate the effort she has put in over the last 2 years. As strange as some of this pandemic time has been, Lily's efforts have not gone unnoticed. I know that Lily will excel in anything she puts her mind to. I look forward to seeing her talents grow as she progresses through high school and beyond. I don't know if you have a science-related career in mind, but you would be great at it. I think you will do great at any career you choose, but science needs more bright-minded people like yourself. Congratulations.
I will be presenting the Fine Arts Award on behalf of Abigail Catter-Henry. On behalf of the music department at Belleville Middle School, we are pleased to honor our student, Abby Catter-Henry. Abby has been a member of the band and choir program for 3 years. Abby started playing the flute during 6th grade, and she consistently performs at a high level on her instrument. In choir, she goes above and beyond and is warm and charismatic. She's an asset to the group. She's also an influential role model for her peers. Within the classroom, Abby is a very polite and personable student. She is kind to her peers and teachers. Really? Wow. And is a leader by example. She always gives 100% effort in rehearsals and consistently works to improve her skills. She is enthusiastic about music and always has a smile on her face. Abby is an excellent student. We both value her contribution to our ensembles. That's the right word, isn't it? Ensembles? Immensely, and we are excited to have her in our high school groups next fall. Keep up the great work, Abby. Sincerely, Mrs. Meyer and Mrs. Krieger. The Social Studies Kiwanis Award, I have chosen Ms. Palmer. If you could come up. I have a short story for you. Yes, don't be scared. This is called The Elephant in the Rope. A gentleman was walking through an elephant camp, and he spotted that the elephants weren't being kept in cages or held by the use of chains. All that was holding them back from escaping the camp was a small piece of rope tied to one of their legs. As the man gazed upon the elephants, he was completely confused as to why the elephants didn't just use their strength to break the rope and escape the camp. They could easily have done so, but instead, they didn't try to do it at all. Curious and wanting to know the answer, he asked the trainer nearby why the elephants were just standing there, never trying to escape. The trainer replied, "When they are very young and much smaller, we use the same size rope to tie them, and at that age, it's enough to hold them back. As they grow up, they are conditioned to believe they cannot break away. They believe the rope can still hold them, so they never try to break free." The only reason that the elephants weren't breaking free and escaping from the camp was that over time they adopted the belief that it just wasn't possible. Here's the moral of the story, and this is why I chose you, Lily. No matter how much the world tries to hold you back, always continue with the belief that what you want to achieve is possible. Believing you can make a difference is the most important step in actually achieving it. Congratulations, Lily Palmer. This year, student council. If you were on student council, again, through the pandemic, we didn't have a lot of dances. What? That is not me in the cow outfit. We didn't do a lot of things that we wanted to, although we did have some spirit weeks and some dress-up weeks. If you were involved in student council, please stand to be recognized. Yep, if you came to our meetings, if you were at our meetings virtually or in person, appreciate it. Yep. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. The yearbooks, you will be getting them. They're in my room. So after this ceremony, you are more than welcome to come into my room. I have plenty of yearbooks for everybody. If you haven't purchased one, I can certainly give you one as long as you sort of give me an IOU, okay? But the yearbooks, again, were very challenging to do this year since we didn't have a lot of activities, but we made do with what we had. We asked you guys for pictures, and I think it turned out really well. So I had a couple of kids who really helped with the yearbook. If you could stand and be recognized, that would be great. Cora, Cammie, and Olivia, you guys did a wonderful job. And Kenzie, thank you. Thank you, you guys. I believe that is it for me.
Okay, I would like to take just a couple of last minutes here. I would like to have Mrs. Schultz come this way a little bit. So, some of you have had the opportunity to spend a year with Mrs. Schultz, some of you 2 years with Mrs. Schultz. I know that yes, oh, right, 16 years with Mrs. Schultz, thank you. I know that my 4 years with Mrs. Schultz has been amazing. She has taught me a lot of things, and sometimes we have to laugh with each other, and sometimes we've probably shed some tears with each other. But I will truly miss her just as well as all of you, and I know she's had lots of visits from her past high school students this last week, and they will miss her dearly. I've told her that in her house cabin up north that we hope the door is always open so we can come and visit her up there as well. And she's promised me yes, so I think the invitation is open to all of you as well. But I would like to give one more round of applause to say thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you've done for Belleville. Okay, so that wraps up our ceremony. I just also, besides saying thank you to all of you for a great year, thank you to your teachers, I want to also say thank you to, just give me 2 minutes here. Shh. I want to say thank you to your parents as well, because this has not been an easy year for them either. So thank you, parents, for being so supportive through all of this. Students, have a great summer. Have fun. Enjoy your family and your friends. Well, guys, the key word is go. So until I say go, thank you. Here are some directions for you today. So the plan is 8th grade will be heading to Monticello to the pool first. The bus to take you to Monticello is outside of the main doors. The bus is leaving that area, if my watch will work, at 9:23. You need to be on that bus if you are going to the pool. Then the 7th grade will be going out to the back playground area, enjoying some games, a cookout, yearbook signing. You should probably take a little bit of time to make sure your lockers are cleaned out and all your materials are returned. And then we will be flipping that. 8th grade will return here right around 10:45. 7th grade